For months now, we've had the Open Challenge matches on SmackDown for the United States Championship, and it has been by far the highlight of the Blue brand, especially over the last few months going into the later parts of 2025. However, in today's video, I want to talk about maybe bringing in a new championship specifically made for Open Challenge matches. So instead of having the US title being involved in that, you can have a championship where you can have Open Challenge matches pretty much more consistently, if not just as consistently, and it not change the trajectory of what the US Championship already is. So this is definitely like a personal preference thing, but I want feuds for the United States Championship. I feel like the only thing that this Open Challenge has really missed compared to John Cena's original one is the fact that he was feuding with people for the United States Championship while doing the Open Challenges. So he feuded with Rusev when he first started off, he was feuding with Seth Rollins during the SummerSlam run, and so on and so forth. So what I really want is to have the Open Challenges still, which I'm a huge fan of and really am enjoying, but also have the United States Championship be something that people feud for again. So here's my compromise. We stop the US Open challenges. Also, Carmelo Hayes is like a great storyteller, so just look at his NXT run. He had great feuds with the likes of Bron Breakker, Cameron Grimes, Trick Williams and Ilya Dragunov, and he's had a good story going with The Miz on the main roster. So I don't feel like this would hurt the United States Championship. I feel like they should keep the US title going as far as the having the title around and feuding for it, of course, but I don't feel like it would change the momentum of the championship that it's been on currently, and I feel like it would keep its importance either way. So my idea is to bring a TV or television championship to WWE. They can have it be something that's defended weekly, and it's a mandatory weekly thing. If you don't defend it on Raw, you've got to defend it on SmackDown, and I would say, well, if you don't defend it on SmackDown, you've got to defend it on Raw, but then SmackDown's after Raw. So, you know what I mean? You've got to defend it on either Raw or SmackDown, or maybe even NXT. Maybe even take it to AAA or TNA as well, if they wanted to go down that way as well. They could defend it multiple times a week if they wanted to, or just the once. It's up to kind of how booking would be, I guess. But I feel like it would be a division made up of either lower to mid carders, as well as superstars who are maybe older. They float around a lot. They don't really have a set place. Sometimes they're in the upper mid card, sometimes they're in the main event scene, sometimes they're in the lower mid card, sometimes they're just forgotten about altogether and just sat in catering. So you've got kind of the older guys like maybe The Miz, Sheamus, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Rusev, Nakamura type people. As well as this, you've got the kind of lower guys. You've got your Austin Theories, your Dragon Lees, your El Grande Americano, Grayson Waller, Johnny Gargano or Santos Escobar. But also every so often, I'm not saying this all the time, but every so often you could have someone who is just an awesome wrestler in general, and someone that, as I talked about a lot in my predicting stars of 2026 video, having people that just should wrestle all the time because they're really, really good at wrestling. People like Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Ilya Dragunov, Trick Williams, Chad Gable and Javon Evans. So you can help get these guys over, you give them a championship, and yeah, you can people will get to see what they're about from a wrestling standpoint, which would really get them over. But I know it's kind of a lot of people, but you could incorporate loads of kinds of styles of wrestling go against each other fairly consistently on a week-to-week basis, and I feel like it was something that would work really, really well within WWE. Not only that, but it's kind of an added detail I thought about to bring more of a reason for people want to win this championship. How people from the lower mid-card get to an established mid-card place, maybe an upper mid-card place, as well as give older guys the chance to possibly get a Grand Slam should they be missing a mid-card championship. And it's kind of like the option C in TNA, but not exactly the same. So the champion has to defend it every week until they get to 100 days on the reign, which is about, just over 3 months. But they have to defend it every week, week in and week out, which is going to be very consistent, very grueling schedule to go for. So you're going to have earned that 100 days if you get to that point. And then they can use this to get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship or United States Championship at any time of their choosing, a bit like a Money in the Bank for the mid-card championships. I know that Money Bank has been used on the mid-card titles, but it shouldn't be. And yeah, I feel like there's so many different ways to get to a World Championship match, whether that's King of the Ring, whether it's the Royal Rumble, and so on and so forth, that having a chance to get to a mid-card belt could actually help some people. You know, you look at the likes of Damian Priest and Sheamus, they need one Intercontinental Championship to get to a Grand Slam. Drew McIntyre, for example, he needs the United States Championship to get to that Grand Slam, and that's what this title could be used to do, is kind of get people the Grand Slam without just randomly inserting them into the mid-card division. And yeah, it means that they've really earned it. You will probably get a big pop out of the matches when they do go for the mid-card championship, which could be out of nowhere and most likely would be on TV instead of being on pay-per-views like the majority of the Money in the Bank cash-ins are like of recent time. And yeah, I feel like this would be a really cool way to like help establish the mid-card division, get some new people in the door, especially like when you first get NXT call-ups, and some call-ups are maybe unexpected. I know the recent ones like Trick and Javon and Oba are very expected ones that we knew were going to happen, but then every so often we get a NXT call-up that maybe we feel like might be too soon, and this will be a really good way to establish that person without ruining them completely like they've done before. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. What you think of this idea. Do you think it would work well? Do you not? Like, we can have a good discussion about it down in the comments below. And yeah, if you enjoyed this kind of video, do leave it a like. Do subscribe for lots of wrestling content coming up, especially as far as the Royal Rumble is concerned. There's a lot of Rumble stuff on the channel right now, as well as my entrance orders for the Royal Rumble is up already on the channel, so do go and look out for that. There should be a link at the end of the video as well. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.